to the Mayne podcast, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of the meme machine where the gears never stop turning. Tonight, we have a whole smorgasbord of guests with us. We have a returning guest, Alex Neverdousky, from episode 7 or 8. Did you ever get over that crippling loss to that balding child from grade school?
I hate bald boys now. Anytime I see a bald man, I go into a blind rage and oh my god, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Please.
no, yeah, we got a bald one on here. Oh, shit.
The curlers are good, though. I like the curlers a lot.
I was enthralled with that story last time. That was a wonderful tale. Do you have any other stories from your childhood that you'd like to share tonight? Maybe some debilitating losses?
You've put me on the spot, and the only thing that comes to mind is thinking about every time I've ever pulled my pants down, like all the way down at a urinal in a bathroom until I was like 12. Like I just flashing to that, and I can't think of anything else. But you just think of my
perfectly acceptable right there. And you almost came into this episode the same way. So
absolutely, yeah. Hopping in the shower, and turns out we got videos here. So glad you didn't see these bits.
You heard with the Tiger King episode that going pantsless was an option, and he was debating going that route. Did I say Tiger King? What the fuck was that guy? He was a lion or something on Squid Game. There we go.
Squid Game.
And then we have with us the main hype man, Joshua Theiss, wearing grandma's wig. He got a new dog. It's a Great Pyrenees puppy, and he's been hoisting him up in front of the camera. What's the dog's name, buddy?
The dog's name is Akamaru, and if you're familiar or a weeb, you'll know it's from Naruto. My girlfriend is covered with sleeves from Naruto. She's a big fan. And she wanted Great Pyrenees because that's, I guess, the breed of the dog. And
who is the character in the show? What do they do?
Akamaru is a dog in the show, and he is a pet / companion of one of the other little ninjas, Kiba, and they share a bond.
Okay, so this is like a mythical, legendary dog that you have.
No, it's just a normal dog. That apparently do ninja shit, so I guess not a typical ordinary dog, but. And
you've had a Great Pyrenees before?
Yes, I actually. My brother is the one who got one when he lived with me, and lived with me for about 2 years, and we still currently have that dog. Her name is Winter, and she's fantastic.
Yeah, they're wonderful dogs. I was joking before we started recording that mine was the most whiny dog ever. He was the sweetest boy that ever lived, but he cried constantly about everything, so hopefully you don't have that going on for you.
Yes, I do.
Is that a breed thing, or is that just you're saying small dogs are annoying?
Well, this is a big dog. This is a Pyrenees. These are like...
Well, they start small. They don't come out like 4'6".
Yeah, they don't come out 100 pounds. Thankfully.
Jesus Christ.
And then tonight I skipped over my co-host Skyler.
What up? What it do?
I had to leave him alone for a little bit. He was working on drawing a mustache on his 007 cartridge. Does that help with the resale value? You were talking about eBay. They had like a Charlie Chaplin, or as you so put it, Hitler mustache.
What's the word? Androgynous? Or it could have gone either way. It looked like Hitler to me. Like it might look like a Charlie Chaplin to you, but it went for $36, and this is like a $20 game at most.
Okay, so you could still buy a copy of GoldenEye for N64 for $20 that doesn't have a mustache drawn on it?
Yeah, but it's probably mostly going to look, kind of faded like this one. You can see kind of like the, because they all got so much like play and, they got handled so much. So the front labels are mostly shot.
Speaking of getting handled a lot, does the mustache edition add any slapper value? Does it increase your chances of a slapper kill?
I can't say for sure. I have not played this particular mustached copy all that much. I mean, I pretty much just like popped it into the N64 to make sure that it like worked, because it was pretty dirty when I got it.
I think we had definitive proof that the mustache does add about $16 value. So that's like a 80% increase. So we're going to say that if it doesn't increase your chances of a slapper only kill, it at least bare minimum increases the value of the cartridge. And Skyler's going to be mailing this off to another regular on the show, Mr. Theiss, down in Paris, Texas. So he'll have his very own mustachio copy of GoldenEye very soon, and him and Skyler can figure out a way to land and slap each other over the internet.
And I think I'm gonna send him.
Don't they have one of those hands or whatever you can plug in USB? Like you could hold it or something? Doesn't that exist? Isn't that a thing?
Tactile, like you can actually feel the slap of your friend.
I think that I mentioned it on the last episode. There was a significant piece of the Mayne Mobile bumper that came off when I had my unfortunate accident, and I think I'm going to send it to Theiss with the GoldenEye cartridge as well.
Casey's not going to get this one. I'm only bringing up Casey because I realize we bring him up like every episode.
No.
So before we give any shout outs, I should move on to the next two guests. We have two brand new guests to the show.
Absolutely.
We have Chance Couchlock, I believe is his
Couchlock.
Yeah, Chance. That's what I have written here. Chance Couchlock and his cohort Simon. Simon is a ventriloquist doll. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Simon.
My name's Chance. I've been in the main groups, I guess, for 8-9 months now. I had caught a ban on my main account. Right before I caught the ban, I discovered Mashups, and then from Mashups, I discovered shitposting, but I joined all those with Simon because I was on a 30-day ban. So basically, I met all of you guys through Simon, and y'all knew Simon for 30 days before you ever actually met me. So, hi from both of us.
Simon's the OG, and you're just along for the ride.
Yep, so hi from both of us.
Hello there.
He hasn't said much. And then we have apparently what I hear, and he can refute this. We have another new guest on the show. We have Eugene with us, and that is Chance's sidekick.
Hey, how's it going? Great big honor. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I don't know where Chance gets off calling me a sidekick, but...
I was talking to Simon.
Oh, where are you? Why'd you tag me in that, though?
Oh, I thought you were interested in coming on when I was on.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I know, and I absolutely think it's important that we got the two of you on together. You are, in the same city, essentially, or at least within, 15 minutes of each other?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 20 minutes, 20-minute drive.
One's upstairs, one's downstairs.
They're this is like the Paul and Casey of Minnesota that we have with us right here. They're buddies in real life. They go out and they play pinball and maybe they do some slappers only. I don't know. But Eugene is a force in the meme world. Eugene has become a trendsetter in the video department we talked about last episode. He started the impression wagon and also basically moved us a little bit to doing some videos now, which we never used to do. There's been a pressing question on all the video makers' minds. How do you pronounce your last name? I had it as Onchanawu. Was I close?
Yeah, good effort. It's Onchano. Onchano. That's all it is, guys.
Not Okinawa?
No, not Okinawa. That's actually, I think, an island in Japan. I don't know. I'm not a geography guy, but pretty sure it's not my last name.
What do you think about this runaway hit meme group, Huge Memes, where it's just memes featuring Eugene's face, and it kind of blew up. I feel like it's pretty happening.
Yeah, that's a weird one, isn't it? One of my friends, Rob, got drunk one night and decided, people were doing the regular memeing people's faces and leaving it in comments. Yeah, one night, my friend Rob Ruminski decided to get drunk and created a huge memes group. And it kind of took off. People are running with it, and it's a little bit weird for me, but people are having a good time with it, and that's all it's about,
How great is it that you can't pronounce its first name, but nobody in it can pronounce your last name?
There you go.
So, yeah, we have a real-life meme celebrity here. Eugene tends to lead the trends, and people like to meme his face. So as far as meme celebrities go, that's it right there. Eugene's one of our main admins as well. We're not just bringing him on to talk about his last name spelling. We all hang out, and so he's one of the main group people. You know what's really, really on everybody's mind right now is the orb.
The orb.
Have you been pondering?
Orbing out right now.
Orb.
Do you have your orb?
Yeah, I've got my orb right here, actually.
Oh, good. Go get your
Gonna
orb.
have a real life orb.
Wow.
So, to
pretty
fill
extreme.
people in who somehow might have missed the orb trend, beautiful.
Hey, he's gonna pull out a fucking fushigi ball.
Dude, I was just thinking Fushigi with the fucking doing the hands, and he's just like, oh, fucking, they look so cool in the ads. They're just like, you can do anything with this
Christ, where's
fucking
your
ball.
orb at? Holy fuck, look at that.
Are you guys talking
Oh
about
my
like
god.
hippie tripping toy?
Yeah, they were on like, I don't know, like Cartoon Network or whatever, and there were ads for the Fushigi, and it's like a clear ball that's got like a smaller ball within, and you just fucking like hold it in your hands and roll it around pretty much, but it looks like it's floating.
Yeah, it's definitely like a flow toy, like a trippy hippie toy.
Okay, trippy hippie, yeah, it's incredible. I always wanted one.
Oh, you got it.
What do you got there, Theiss?
Oh,
Is that your fucking
Oh, the
fushigi
orb.
ball?
Fucking, can you do some moves for us, please?
Yeah, let's see
Oh
it.
no, I didn't even know I had one until
Fucking do this one.
I had dug it out all the stuff I moved. At some point in my military career, I bought dumb shit. That was one of the dumb shits.
Okay, so you moved and you packed all your shit in boxes, but you knew immediately where your fushigi ball was.
Yeah, I took it out the other day.
Yeah, he dug it out for orb weekend.
I feel like no matter what the situation is, Josh can find like an object in his house for it. Like, you have the most random shit out of anybody. Where's your air horn? You got one for tonight?
No, it's dead. I gotta get another one.
It's dead. Man.
Yeah. No, the soundboard comes in.
Oh yeah, you got a soundboard on the way, and then you'll lack for nothing at that point.
Oh, it's just gonna be 40 minutes of laugh track.
And fart noises, you gotta pepper them in.
All right, we have a question from the Eugene Memes group. We did an Ask Me Anything with Eugene for the podcast tonight, and Janelle Graves would like to know how many McRibs and Mountain Dews can you consume in 1 hour?
Oh, I feel like that's a great question, by the way. Like comfortably 3 McRibs per hour and like 2 Mountain Dews. But I've actually quit Mountain Dews. I'm now drinking these bubbly bounces. They've got 0 calories in them. So that's the new brand I'm repping, trying to be a little bit more health conscious.
I'm all about the bubbly water. I drink at least 2 seltzers a day. They're very important. I got a coupon in the mail for 2 McRibs. You buy one, you get one free. I've never doubled down on a McRib, and I did so recently. And God, what an awful experience.
Yeah, my condolences.
Do you usually eat just one in a sitting? It seems like one's the right amount.
Yeah, I feel like 1 and 1 Mountain Dew. That's what I would recommend anyone try to consume per hour as far as McRibs and Mountain Dew.
Recommended versus what you can do are very different things.
Wait a minute. Can we go back? Are you recording this? Can you go back and replay that? Because I feel like when he said 3 per hour, I felt like he was saying he could handle that for like a sustained amount of hours.
Simon, I don't. That's there's a difference between recommended and what he can do.
Well, Janelle Graves is a top fan in Eugene Memes, and she wants to know max in an hour.
I could eat 5 McRibs in an hour.
Ooh.
Is it
You're
a
disgusting.
competition though? Because I might raise you.
I mean,
5
yeah, I
McRibs.
guess if we're looking for max number, yeah, that's what I'm picturing. Yeah, I'd stop at 5. I don't need to get sick from McRibs.
Nice.
And give me
Chance, are you aware that people can't see Simon and your voice sounds exactly the same? So
No, I'm not.
you could like change his voice up a little
I'm
bit.
super sick. I stayed home from work today, so I sound like crap. So you're not getting any extra special voices from me. You're not getting
This is
nothing.
exactly what Chance sounds like all the time, you guys.
Yeah, I've heard it before. This is nothing different. He's hamming it up. He just wanted to stay home and be on the podcast.
Yep.
And so let's do a little roundtable here. Alex, what are your feelings on the McRib sandwich and its reappearance?
Honestly, I've never had a McRib in my 25 years. I've never ingested one.
You're not
missing out, my friend.
No, I really feel like I am, but I just can't do the fake barbecue sauce. You know, it's just like it seems really terrible.
Theiss?
Hell no. I don't think I've ever actually had one. If I did, I don't remember it. So
You just blocked it out.
You
You know?
repressed it.
Such a horrible
I know
memory.
Simon can't consume food, so Chance, how do you feel about the McRib?
I mean, I'm not going to go out and seek them out by any means, and I really don't think authenticating McRibs is like the way to go about it, and getting them from McDonald's.
Are you saying you're getting bootleg McRibs?
If I'm going to do the fake rib sandwich, I'm going to go to like Quick Trip, where I can add my own pickles and onions and hot sauce and jalapenos and like actually like trick it out a little bit. I'm not gonna go to. I don't know. I don't eat much fast food. So
Bougie McRib.
Yeah.
So we did see a non-authentic McRib. I think that was Steven or Dave's not here, man. He got served an inauthentic McRib, and he had video evidence. And what
At
was
a McDonald's
really
or?
What was really alarming about his video to me was he had like what looked like a hoagie roll, very dry looking sandwich, but there was a lot of grease in that cardboard container. Nothing that would have given the grease quantity of what was present. So that was not an authentic McRib. Now, if you want an authentic McRib, Eugene does give a wonderful video on how to authenticate your McRib and make sure that it is an official McDonald's McRib, and the proper lack of attention to it is imperative. The onions need to be all akimbo, right?
Yeah, it's gotta look like a giant mess in there. And his was a little bit too tidy, and that's how you knew it was not a McRib. And also, it had several bites taken out of it.
It had bites taken out,
and that's like a telltale sign that is not a McRib. Your McRib should not have bites taken out of it before you have gotten the sandwich.
That seems like wise advice for any sandwich. And I think we missed Skyler. Skyler, thoughts on the McRib?
If it's a competition, I will definitely one up you in McRibs per hour.
You guys gonna have like a eat off challenge?
Six?
Is that what you're saying?
6 McRibs in an hour.
Okay.
I'll do it.
No, Skyler's fucked up. He'll double down.
Okay, but doubling down is expensive.
It is. Somebody's got to bankroll this.
I might need to sell some more words on my broken down car.
Nobody's buying words on that car anymore. You can't even drive it. Is that thing on the road?
It could be. I've secured the bumper with zip ties. All right. Driver door is crunched shut, but I can just climb in through the passenger door. Need to charge the battery, and it is roadworthy.
My puppy right there. This is just a little girl.
Sorry about your car, but there's a puppy on the screen.
There is a puppy on the screen. I missed it.
Al, she's not a puppy. She does not like being picked up. She's about 50 pounds and closer to 60, my wife says, and she is almost 10 years old, so I don't think that's her favorite thing in the world, but I did it anyway.
I'm glad you did.
Back to the topic at hand. I don't even think we even before, but I want to say before I'm going to derail myself. I do not like the McRib at all. That thing's trash, number one. But I sometimes go to the store and buy a large tray of fake ribs. It's sitting in sauce. I think they're the same as what McDonald's uses by Banquet. You can make your own McRibs at home, and they suck equally as much. You know what? But you save yourself a lot of money on that disappointment. So, Eugene, I think next time around when the McRib goes away from the menu again, because they do that, they like to tease you. You don't even have to play their little game. You just go on down, get yourself some fake ribs, and make your own rib sandwich, and be disappointed at home.
Or you buy a butt ton of them, and with McDonald's food shelf life, you hoard them for a couple months, then redistribute them to everybody out of season to make enough money to go nuts.
They won't be authentic, though, so you cannot sell them at full price. So
but with Eugene's knowledge, I feel like he could probably pull off a counterfeit McRib better than anybody. If anybody's going to go into the counterfeit McRib business, it should be probably Eugene.
I'd like to imagine you selling those out of a van in the off season, just on the side of the road, just no signage.
Or the back of a 2000 Dodge.
Fake McRibs, real fake McRibs.
There's a thing here in Maine. They have these like takeout stands where you're by the side of like the ocean and you can get a lobster roll. And I always thought they were pretty standard. They don't have them everywhere, but I'm not a seafood person. And there's one by my house that I like to frequent. And what I order is their shitty rib sandwich. It's like 2 rib sandwiches, French fries, and it's like $5 because there's no real food involved in it. So
Here in the Midwest, we have what's called corn dog stands instead of fancy lobster.
Yeah.
Ooh, a corn dog stand?
Yeah, pretty much. Shit, you can get a corn dog anywhere.
Down here in Tucson, it's all just bacon wrapped hot dogs. Sonoran
Bacon
dogs.
wrapped hot dogs. Oh my god.
A Sonoran dog? Yeah, it's like bacon wrapped with like beans and onions and tomato. It's a mess.
Oh
it's
my
just like
God.
too much stuff shoved onto a taco or onto a hot dog, but it's delicious. But not lobster rolls.
Well, what about Japanese hot dogs?
Never had those. How are those?
Those are pretty bomb. They've got like mayonnaise on them, which is kind of weird. You don't
Fuck
want
with mayonnaise
put
though.
nori. The actual like hot dog itself is like different too. It's like a Japanese sausage.
It's not just a standard, ass and
It
thighs
looks
or whatever they put into
standard
it.
ass looking hot dog, but they're great. Japanese hot dogs, highly recommend. That's what we should be really representing, not these McRib sandwiches.
No, totally. I ate at a Japa Dog when I was in Vancouver a few weeks ago. It was fantastic.
Chance
That
is a
authentic,
jet setter. This dude's always traveling. I'm like, I got a little bit of travel envy. Well, you've been everywhere lately, buddy.
What? You're out of town all the time. I never sit still.
There's so many animals that have been present. I just saw Eugene's cat's butthole. Now Skyler's fondling a cat. But we totally lost our train of thought here. Let's talk about the orb. I got to set us up. For anybody that's not familiar with the orb, it is like an image that was taken from a Lord of the Rings accompanying book where a wizard is sitting at a very large round table and he's just sitting pondering a bluish glowing orb. And in the background is some barely visible character, kind of sinister looking, on a balcony, kind of like Lincoln, and there might be some nefarious deeds about to happen. So the image has a lot going on in it, and I saw it originally referenced somewhere, and it was literally just a screen pull from Twitter. It originated on Twitter, and someone just took this image from Lord of the Rings. They got rid of all the text, and they just put "pondering my orb." And
Are the police coming for you, Eugene?
I live in the hood. I'm so sorry.
They're coming for those real fake McRibs, you son of a bitch.
They hurt. They know.
so you got this wizard, you got this orb, you got the sinister character in the background, and a fairly ubiquitous message, just pondering my orb. I saw it, and I was like, "There's something here." I remember saving it. This was like 8 days ago now. I remember saving it on my phone, and then I did nothing with it. And then I saved it on my tablet, and I did nothing with it. And then a few days later, I was like, no. This orb needs to be a thing. So I started trying to think of like ideas. And of course, the first thing I came up with was pondering my Roy Orbison. Now, that's genius, am I right? That seems to be where fucking everyone's mind went. So I've seen like 90 of those. We started it as a theme in Dr. Frankenstein's Monster Mashup.
And that lasted like 2 days, didn't it?
It was a weekend theme.
It was a weekend theme.
So, it was Saturday and Sunday, and it had started to pick up in all the groups randomly. Like, one group would have a few orb memes, and it was everywhere a little bit. It was like a brush fire. It was kind of burning under the surface. And then we posted the theme in Dr. Frankenstein, so people were going ham with it. And then they started pushing out to other groups, sharing it to their different little like communities that they hang out in. And now it is Orb Central. We are like 4 days deep into the orb. So I think that we should try to assess what is it about the orb that is so drawing. What makes a bandwagon a bandwagon? Why is the orb? I saw it and I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at, and I was like, this is funny. And I need to use this. Round table, we got the knights here. Alex, what is it about the orb?
I think that it takes itself so seriously, and just that really great detail, and just like the carvings of the table and this man's like magnificent beard, this mage's face, like with all the crinkles and shadows, like it's so dramatic. And then you can just fit orb into anything. Like literally, it doesn't have to make sense, and you can just replace it with an orb, and it just is so accessible. You can't stop looking at it. I'm looking at it right now.
It's one of my favorite bandwagons in a long time. I really like jerky, and then to segue from jerky into the orb was like a really delightful experience. Now, you were talking about the detail work in the table, and our friend Roger he overworks everything, and he posted one that probably got 10 views. It's a duck, and inside the orb is a duck penis, and it's the signature corkscrew. He has actually edited the font work in the side of the table, which I didn't notice at first, to say like honor and mallard instead of valor.
Jesus.
And I was like, holy shit, because every time he does something, he does it way over the top. And nobody took that route. Nobody was like, I'm going to figure out the script writing in the side of the table and alter it. But this guy did for like all of 10 people. Josh, what do you think the draw is in the orb?
I'm pretty sure it might just be the gray wig, but maybe it's giving me a little insight into phony thought process here. I think it's just balls, man. I mean, grew up drawing dicks and balls on everything. Everybody's got a fascination with balls, so
memes are stored in the balls.
they're that close together. I'm just assuming most people are gonna have a lot of ideas about it.
Drawing dicks.
Exactly.
You think it's as simple as people like the balls?
There's a fascination with balls. I'm pretty
that
sure
they play into it. I think
fascination is stored in the
shapes,
balls.
man, like moon, sun, everything's round. It's all balls.
You store pee in one ball and memes in the other. It's just science.
Yeah.
Chance.
Like my favorite thing about bandwagons is like, so at first when it first starts kicking off, a theme in Dr. F's or whatever, everybody starts like, it's like a race to drop it into all the normal templates or whatever, all your typical things that you see. And then like, even throughout some of those, you see some of them that maybe it's a template you haven't seen in a while. And you're like, oh, hey, yeah, that's kind of funny, because I mean, maybe it revives something that you haven't seen around in a while. And then like, once you get to where we're at now, right, where we're at 2 weeks ago or whatever, by the time, or a week later, once this episode airs, right? Because we're always talking about things that happened the week before.
Oh, a week ago, yeah.
I mean, by the time that this episode airs, if you're still seeing orb memes, you're seeing the out there stuff, the stuff where like it's getting put into like just the weirdest places, and that's what I like about the bandwagons, I mean, we just had that dude, guy who joined up in Rotten Potatoes, and he's been memeing Shonald and stuff. I mean, he dropped an anus meme in shitposting over the weekend, like 5 months later.
I see anus memes dropped by people I don't know in groups that I don't hang out in.
Right. I mean, this dude just joined up, and I mean, he joined up and started dropping Shonald memes on his birthday, and then he's like, went into the academy, and he's like, hey, I need the anus dog. Like, all right, cool, yeah, give him the anus dog, and I mean, he's refreshing anus. We're like 5 months in here, right?
And that original meme, I think, is still sitting at like 70, right?
Yeah, totally. I bumped it over the weekend. They're like 73 or something.
Your fingers on the pulse of anus dog, you certainly do. But back to orb, Eugene, what do you think is the staying power of the orb? Why is the orb so popular?
God, I wish I knew the answer to that. Then maybe I could get more than 20 reacts on my memes. But it's probably got to be straight up low power from you, Josh. Like you were in the chat 2 weeks ago dropping random orbs and PNGs, and I'm like, Josh is just on his goddamn bullshit again. But here we are now, 2 weeks later, and it's everywhere, literally. So
I like I said, I don't accept any credit for it because I could tell it was a little bit like a brush fire. It hadn't been hanging out long, and it was like popular on Twitter. And then I was like, this is a thing. This is going to be a thing. So I wasn't exactly pushing it because I was solely enjoying it. I knew that one was going to be the hot thing. So I was like, let's do it for a theme. Let's, whatever. Let's get it out there. And me and this other guy, I've only been seeing him around for a few months, and we'll probably get him on a future episode. But have you guys been seeing Ben Stites?
Yep.
He was pushing the orb early too, so maybe he's like a Twitter guy. But like him and I have been going back and forth on the orb for a couple weeks, and we've been pondering hard. When we talked to Miguel last week, he said that he spurred the jerky wagon, and he certainly spurred this wave of it, right? And I feel like that's all I did was like I helped push this wave of the orb, but it had already been building a lot of fire over on Twitter. It was already on Know Your Meme, so like I don't take credit for that. And then Skyler, what do you like about the orb?
I guess it does have just like a kind of wide general appeal, just like any bandwagon. It's hard to make memes when you're thinking about every possible topic, but when you can zone in on one, like ponder this orb, what rhymes with that, what jokes can we make about orbs being spherical. I don't feel like I'm the right person to speak on this because I've only made one orb meme, because I feel like they had all been done like before I got a chance to really get into it.
Well, that's kind of the fun, though, right? Like they've all been done, so you're already in that territory of like I have to make the most out there one. Like today, I did, the Bagel Bites song. I was just like pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time, and that gets stuck in your head all the fucking time. And Eugene actually said it. There's something nefarious about also being an earworm. And I agree with him. I was like, oh shit, some of my memes are popular simply because they get stuck in your head. And there's songs that people know. And
Who's been drawing dicks?
Drawing dicks, biggest earworm.
It really is. You've got this song from our childhood about bagel bites and like pizza in the morning, yada, yada, yada. And I woke up with that in my head, and I just changed it to ponder in the morning, ponder in the evening, ponder at supper time. When orb is on the table, you can ponder anytime, and it's stupendously dumb. But because you know the song, you're going to get a laugh out of it. It's going to be stuck in your head. You're going to think about it again. I realize that is the ultimate way to get like reach, right? Like we were talking about it before. Not bagel bites.
Bagel bites on hand.
He's had everything.
That's it. I rest my case. He
has. Do you have a suitcase full of dildos? Please, let's see the speed run on that.
Suitcase full of dildos.
There's a box count.
I want those cool movie snappy suitcase, a briefcase.
One of those U-Haul boxes marked missile silo.
Right?
I want to see the cutouts in the foam for the dildos and everything.
So I did another meme, that was an earworm because I was just sitting at work singing in my head, and it was the really awful song "Crazy Town." Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. And there's a reason that I'm bringing this up. I'm coming full circle, I promise on this. I made a meme. It was an earworm. It was that song, but it was Leahy from the Trailer Park Boys, and Randy was in I changed him to the tattooed guy singing, and it's "Come my Leahy, you're my butterfly, shit hawk baby." And it went viral. Like I haven't had like a viral meme like that. That one blew up more than any other. And we were talking about meme money last episode, and I'm like grinding trying to promote my page, and it doesn't do shit because I'm not that good at it. So I can get like 10 new followers here, 10 new followers there. That one did it. Like people are just like, I love that you're joking about a dead guy coming on a fat guy. Like a dead guy coming on a fat guy is the funniest thing that's ever happened.
The craziest thing about that meme. So like my girlfriend's mom, she lives in she's in a suburb 20 minutes from us. I was like over at her house, and she's showing me an ad for a gift for my girlfriend, and suddenly I see that fucking meme in her and she's like 55, something like that. So I'm like, what are you doing? But it's one of her friends, you know, or one of her relatives or something, and it was just some random dude fucking my girlfriend's mom. And I saw it on her feed, and I was like, that's insane that you have that kind of reach, that you're showing up on old boomers fucking pages because they're friends with their fucking nephews or whatever. Wild.
And so now, you know, we were talking about the monetization, and I actually went from making like $20 a week to like I made $90 essentially off of that meme just for reach. 125,000 people saw it off of just my page, and I was like, okay, that's kind of crazy. Chance, if I post that on YouTube with a song playing, it might get pulled.
It's definitely going to trigger. It's men at work.
Because I tried to do the Okie dancing, my dog that I just had here. I tried to do that video. It was that album, and I think that's what you're referencing.
Oh.
What's the album called?
That wasn't it at all, honestly.
Oh, this is men at work, business as usual. It's kicking album here. I actually have I got 2 copies. Yeah, I got almost as many copies of this record as Skyler has.
The same guy?
You know,
sells in duplicates.
Yep.
How many copies I have is of Goldeneye?
Yeah.
Man, how many do I have now? Like, I think 5. All right, no, I'm about to mail 1 away, so I guess I'll be back down to 4.
How many do you have, Chance? You had Quake taped to your nipple.
Oh yeah, I did have Quake taped to my nipple when I was doing my Skyler impression.
I missed that. Was it the same?
You haven't seen that?
Simon Says.
How have you not seen that?
Was it the whole like Simon Says intro, and then you popped in with me with the Goldeneye intro music and the?
Nope, different one.
No, I haven't seen it.
Dude, did you not, you motherfucker? Did you not watch the Impression Wagon video on YouTube?
I watched most of it.
I
watched part of it.
Well, how do you think he wrecked his car?
I watched up to the part where I was featured.
Oh yeah, Quake carts.
Would you pay $9 for that?
It's Quake 1. No, it's 6.
It's upside down.
No, the money side goes before.
I don't know.
You dyslexic feller.
Dyslexic, yeah.
$6. That's a bargain.
That was an early 2000s deal.
Oh shit!
Is it sealed, dude?
This is an unopened copy of Quake 2.
How do you know it's in there?
It was $55 when it came out. With inflation, this is like a $125 video game right here. And I have had
sealed games right now.
You just have
10
you
years.
just collect it.
I will not open this because it's not going to do me any good.
How do you know it's in there?
Unopened, it's now back to its retail value. I can get $55. It's my most prized possession. I love Quake 2. I'm a fucking huge nerd.
That's why I chose the Quake cart to tape to my nipple for my impression wagon.
It's one of those parties.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you not see that either?
What?
No, he was looking at my
his
nipple.
tattoo.
Oh.
My nipple might have been visible just then.
I hope so. We'll have to look back on the tape.
I'm not recording the video at all. That's the worst part about all of this.
Yeah, I know, but I want to flex for you guys, I guess.
Oh shit! Skyler has an unopened copy of NSYNC "Get to the Show" for Game Boy Color.
Oh my
to combat my Quake 2 unopened for PC.
Well, it gets better. Okay,
Oh, that's
unopened Morrowind. Okay, very cool. All right. Does anybody have any other meme topics?
It's just orbs. That's all it is.
It's all
orbs. I will say I made Orbituary because I do feel like it's a limited life. It's gonna peter out like any bandwagon. But what's next? What are we doing?
That's the beauty. I never know.
We're gonna do more Eugene memes. Eugene memes are
Please no.
Eugene memes. That group is popping. And live question from Eugene Memes right now for Eugene. Anshaho. How do you say it? Anchano.
Unchano.
It rolls off the tongue nicer than I thought it would. Anchano. Babs McGee would like to know, why do you wear pants, Eugene?
Because I need cigarettes, and people usually frown on me not wearing pants when I'm buying cigarettes.
They are almost as utilitarian as yours, Chance. He can get cigarettes because he puts the pants on.
Well, so now we are getting into winter in Minnesota, but I want to know, just for posterity, for summertime, what is your take on sport shorts, Eugene?
Not a fan. Not a fan of sports shorts, not a fan of sweatpants. Put some goddamn pants on, people. Come on.
What about jorts?
Yeah.
Will you
Jorts
wear
are
a
fine.
pair of jorts on a hot summer day when you're outside
What about
painting?
cargo
Sure,
jorts?
that's a respectable pant option.
That was another little
shorts.
bandwagon, though, the sport shorts. I mean,
Sport shorts.
who would have known that would blow up like it did? But that's kind of a regional thing. I mean, like, what do you guys call? I call them basketball shorts.
I call them sport shorts.
Okay, so Minnesota sport shorts.
Sport short. I like the vernacular of it. I like the way it rolls off the tongue.
I call it basketball shorts. I don't know what Chance is talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So
basketball
there's a
shorts.
split. There's a riff here.
Yep.
He's from the west side of the metro. He doesn't know what's going on.
Alex, what do you call basketball shorts?
Basketball shorts down here in the
That's right.
Southwest. I don't know.
That's the right answer. Josh,
Shorts.
just shorts.
Just shorts.
Shorts, man. Shorts and shorts. No, it's shorts.
You gotta differentiate your shorts, buddy.
Why? They're shorts.
Well, what if they're like cargo
Hot dog
shorts?
sandwich, man. Shorts is shorts.
And so, just for posterity, we have one last question for Eugene from the Eugene Memes group, from John Chase. How much spaghetti is too much?
I don't think you can ever have too much spaghetti, to be honest with you. That's what I would say.
And then, furthermore, he would like to know, why are pipettes slept on when making mac and cheese?
Because nobody knows what pipettes are.
What the
Yeah,
fuck's
what
a
are those?
It's a type of noodle. John's just being difficult.
Theiss, go grab your box of pipettes and show us what they look like.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I know a bunch of random noodles.
Listen, if he says shorts is shorts, noodles is noodles, I don't think this man could differentiate anything.
Noodles is noodles, man. You ever make mac and cheese with bow-tie noodles?
rigatoni, farfalle, pipettes? Okay, hey, Chance, what the fuck's going on? You've got a live question asking going on in Huge Memes?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course, yeah. We got the Eugene Ask Me Anything.
I didn't know this was happening. I had a lot of other things going on to get this podcast.
I did not know this was happening either.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not-
you did. You reacted to
I'm going to
this.
be ambushed by this.
The main podcast, Ask Me Anything. I mean, it's up.
Oh, it is up.
I sent it in chat, you nerd. Boy, oh boy, you guys should have focused in on this. I was prepared for this interview. I'm ready to go. I'm usually prepared.
I knew nothing about the live feed. It would have been more fun if we could have gotten more. There should have been more hype. I wish there were more questions for you, Eugene. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you really dropped the ball on this, Chance. You're like the worst agent I've ever had in my life.
I feel like it went off without a hitch until you started giving me crap about it, Eugene. So, also this Sunday, Eugene and I will be having brunch, and we'll be posting about that in Mayne Bougie Foodies coming up here, because we're doing a barbecue brunch this Sunday. No pants allowed. This is a pajama party. No jeans.
You heard it here first, folks. No pants, something,
Pajama brunch.
Pajama party brunch.
scoop-a-loop, and it's going to be in Mayne Bougie Foodies, and you don't know how to get there, but we'll fill you in with links and other such things. All right.
We definitely need to get some live footage of you two at brunch.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. I'll have Simon
Please make
report it.
sure to have real fake McRibs at your brunch.
It is going to be barbecue.
If you give me a day, and like even a day, I will challenge you on your 6 McRibs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, Skyler,
Is the McRib even around still? Did they not cancel it yet?
I have no idea, but I will try.
I think they're doing buy one get one
We
free.
don't have money in the budget for you to go on a McRib frenzy.
on a McRib bender.
The main podcast cannot bankroll 10 McRibs. I'm sorry.
I mean, if they're going to do a live eat-off video, I would probably send out McDonald's gift cards for that. You know, I mean,
You're on then. You're on.
I would fund that.
I'm pitching in $5 for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's like you bought like a McRib and a half.
That's a verbal contract, by the way. You guys have to pay for our food now.
I'm already buying you brunch this Sunday. What more do you want from me? Ribs and waffles is what we're going for.
Oh my god, that sounds incredible.
Yeah, it's like you've seen chicken and waffles. Well, this is a waffle with half a rack of ribs stacked on top and like a spicy syrup with it.
Like a spicy syrup? Oh.
You know, guys, we are definitely running long here, so like anything that I record is just bonus footage.
You might be
Oh,
running.
hold on. I'm gonna carry
Just
this
a
thing
little
out to the
bit long
garage.
here.
We're gonna go doink.
You know,
Yeah.
doink. Kind of
Let's go
doink.
doink in the garage.
I'm trying to host this thing. Like I've had to
You
try to
gonna
wrangle this
split
for 50 minutes. That's plenty of time.
Was that a disaster?
That is the vibe.
It was a fucking disaster. It was a total fucking
I
disaster.
got too fucking high, bro.
This is a fucking disaster. That's all I gotta say.
Say, actually, we're running kind of long here.
We're running kind of long.
Oh, fuck